This video will show you how to set conditional logic to your documents. In previous videos, we've covered logic as it relates to the content of your documents. But this video is about how to control which of your documents is actually generated at the end of the workflow. Now let's get started. At this point in the workflow, you'll have already set up all your questions. In this particular workflow, I have two questions that will help dictate which documents are generated. One is this question here about marital status, which has the variable name marital status and is single select, so I can only choose one. And the other is this question about states. Now I've asked which states are you registered in, and I made this one multiple select so that the user can choose more than one state, and for which each of them will generate separate additional documents to be appended to the end. So now let's go over to the output documents, where I already have 4 documents loaded. The first document, the main document, is the document I always want generated no matter what my responses are. The next 3 documents are conditional. One is only going to show up if it's New York, one is going to show up if it's Texas, and the last one is actually a double condition. It's going to show up for people who are married and are in California. So let me go ahead and check create conditional document outputs, and I'll be allowed to add additional conditions here. So as you recall, the main document, I always want this to appear. So I'm going to go to the default documents right here, and I'll select main document. I can have as many documents be default documents here as I want, so I could add additional documents like that if I wanted to, but in this case, I'm only going to choose the first main document for this particular scenario. Now, as you recall, I have 3 other documents with conditions. Let's start with this one for married people in California. What I'm going to set as this condition is I'm going to go to the conditional document section, and I'm going to say if marital status, which is one of my variables, is any of married and states is any of California, then output the doc for married people in California. Now I'm going to add 2 other separate conditions. One for if the state is Texas, in which case my Texas document should also display, and another one for if the state is New York, in which case my New York document should display. So all of these conditions are going to be looked at when the documents are run, and any condition that is true is going to have that document generated. So I have up to 4 documents that could be generated here, but if I have someone who's only in California, then only the main document and the California document will be generated, assuming they're also married. If they're in California and married and also in Texas, then these 2 will be generated, and so on. So let's go ahead and run this workflow. And we'll say our name is Jane Doe, we're married, and we'll choose California and Texas. And as you can see, we have 3 different documents that have been generated. The main document, which always displays, the Texas document, which is for Texas, and the document for married people in California, because we also said we were married and in California. Now, I hope that explains all of the basics on output document logic. Let us know if you have any questions. As always, you can email us at help@documate.org or live chat or call us.